What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. Hope y'all are doing well today. My name is Michael, but you can call me MOLT. We've got a really fun video for y'all today. I love doing these leaked card videos or these data mined card videos because it's fun to dream about things that the team is going to do. And today we're going to be looking at all move cards. I feel like move has not gotten enough attention in this game. It has needed new cards for a while now. We did get Miles Morales Spider-Man, but that isn't as impactful of a card compared to, say, things like Vulture or Dagger or Multiple Man, things that you can move multiple times. Where obviously, yes, a 1/5 stat line is really good. It never felt like that significant of a card to where you had to have it in your deck, like you pretty much have to have Vulture or Iron Fist in your deck. So today we're going to be going over some of these. Wanted to thank you guys for all the love and support and kind words as I let you guys know that I was going to be taking some time off. I posted a community post about it, so go and check that out. And I'll update you guys there. I know it hasn't been a week. I snuck up here real quick. My in-laws are in town, so we're going to be doing a real quick video for y'all. But yeah, I'm amped on this. Let's get into it. All right, first card that we're going to be going over today. And again, apologies on any sort of incorrect pronunciation. I am not that deep in my knowledge of the lore of Marvel. So if you guys know how to pronounce things and I mispronounce it, obviously correct me where I'm wrong there. And then also, I like pulling up these photos and looking at them kind of live with you guys and seeing where my mind goes. So sometimes we'll miss out on things. We'll not think of certain, certain combos and things like that are possible. And that's why I like doing these videos live, like off the cuff like this, because then you guys can like experience it with me and we get to see where all of our minds go. So comment down below for all these cards, what you like, whether you'd use it, combos that you think will work really well. Let's get it. So first one here, if you move the Human Torch to this location, plus 10 power. That's pretty gnarly. That's pretty gnarly. So obviously Surtur will end up being a 5/10. Equivalent cards, I would say, would be like a She-Hulk. She-Hulk sometimes is a 5/10. And then obviously you've got things like Warpath that are 4/9, etc. So that's pretty good. And then I think that it's a pretty solid stat line, but it does mean that you have to play Human Torch. And typically I don't play Human Torch in my move decks because of all the Killmongers that are out there. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Human Torch go up to be a 2/1. Just so that you can protect it a little bit, you know? I think that one extra cost isn't too bad, and will end up helping you out. So, or at least help you feel a little bit safer. So, if you do want to play Surtur here, you're going to need to roll Human Torch, which is a fun card, but definitely difficult to get to high power without, say, Forge or Hulkbuster on it. Generally with Human Torch, you would play like Iron Fist, move it, and then you would play Cloak, move it, and then you would play Mr. Or Doctor Strange, move it, and then after that you could end up playing obviously Heimdall, things like that. But you have to have it right off the rip in order to be able to make Human Torch like as big as possible. So yeah, I think this card's pretty cool, and I would definitely use it once it comes out. All right, next, I'm stoked on this card. So a 2/3, which is like really good, good stat line there. Move the last card you played to this location. Okay, so you have to think about the power potential of a card like Toad. So it costs 2/3. It's very similar to say Doctor Strange, obviously with a different stat line there. Doctor Strange moving the highest power card, and Toad moving the last card that you played to this location. So, for example, what you would want to do is, say, have down Kraven, Or, I mean, I would say you want to have down Craven on a location, and then you would want to play something like Vulture, or if it's a little bit later in the game, you'd play maybe Dagger, and then next turn, you would play Toad on that location, probably in the middle or the right, depending on what it was, and you would play Toad and move that card over to that location, buffing Craven, and then also buffing the card that you just played, whether that is, again, Multiple Man, Vulture, Dagger, any of those. We've needed more cards to do moving. So this is kind of like a reverse Iron Fist. Iron Fist, you play, and then it moves a card. With this, you play a card, and then you move it with Toad. So really, really cool. Because a lot of times when you are playing move decks, I feel like you're waiting for certain combos to come into place, and if you don't draw them, then move just ends up like just falling very, very flat. Like, you need to be able to move something typically by turn 2 or turn 3 so that you can move it a couple times. So I think Toad is sick. I think Toad is going to be an amazing card. Move the last card you play. And the cool thing about this, too, is if you're playing a Sarah deck or something like that, you can throw something like Toad into it. And you, like, just like what I'll do with Nightcrawler, you play Nightcrawler on top of Angela. You could play a card on top of Angela and then play Toad, opening up that spot on top of Angela, and then adding more power to a location. Say you could juke somebody and you're playing at a location where you can't play on it turn 6, or you can't play on it after turn 4. You play a card on another location, and people see that you're not committing to that location, to the other location. You play Toad on it, you pull it over there, and it's like, cool, I just locked in that location. So cards like Toad are super versatile. They don't only fit within move decks. You can do lots of fun things with cards like this. I think Toad is going to be a very, very good card, and I think you would actually see it in lots of things besides move as well. So, yeah, like, you can even think of it as like a protector, to where if you feel like somebody's playing a Shang-Chi and you play, say, Devil Dinosaur, next turn, you could play Toad, move it, play Agent Coulson, and then Agent 13. You buff it up, all this kind of stuff. So much rad things I think you can do with Toad, so I'm definitely ready to play with this one. Next, we've got Viv Vision. When you move a card to a location, move this card there as well. So this is going to basically be a Craven buffer, okay? So you play Craven turn 2, you play, let's say you play Viv and Iron Fist turn 3 in that order. So you play Viv and then you play Iron Fist, and then turn 4 you play something that moves to Craven. So Vulture. Turn 4, you play Vulture, and then you play something else, whatever. Viv moves there as well, and then you can play Cloak, and you would just move Craven over, move Vulture over. Viv's going to follow along. Really cool stuff. I don't think that this one is going to be as impactful as, say, Toad was. But also, if you think about it, this is going to help you add power to stormed locations. So if there's a location that has storm on it, and you can only move one card to that location, say you move Multiple Man over, but they're going to end up winning by a little bit, Viv's going to go along with it. And I think that's super cool. I'd be interested to see how Viv works with Heimdall. That would be a really, really interesting interaction to watch, to where you play Viv and you play Heimdall final turn. Like, what would Viv choose to actually follow? You know, what would Viv actually choose to follow is the question, because lots of things would be moving. Also, as per usual, all these cards are subject to change. You never really know what's going to happen with this. We've seen that with lots of different cards in the past. So Viv's pretty cool. And here's my take. And I really hope this is right, because you guys know how much I love move. I think next season is going to be a move season. I really do. I think we're going to get like Ghost Spider or something like that as the pass card. And then we're going to get a couple other cards dropped into the game, and I am going to buy all of them because I love move. I want to be the move guy. I want to teach you guys move because I think it's so much fun. I think that it takes a lot of thought process with adding things up, figuring out what people are doing, all this kind of stuff. So much fun. Viv's pretty cool too. All right, so next we've got Yo-Yo. All right, this one's pretty cool. When this card moves, move it back with +1 power. Now here's the thing. It's a 1/2. I would almost rather it be a 2/2. Just for those potential Killmonger plays. Obviously, you don't always see Killmonger, but there's a lot of cool stuff that you could do here with Yo-Yo. Obviously, buffing Kraven multiple times. Like you play Kraven, then you play Iron Fist, Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo tags Kraven and then moves back, and then you play something else. Yo-Yo, so you can play Cloak on that location, and then it won't fill it up. So Yo-Yo goes over, comes back. Now you got another spot to move something, and then you oh my gosh, I think it could be really, really cool. Now, potential would be you move it turn 2. Actually, you probably want to get Kraven down first, but if you can't, that's totally fine. Highest potential for Yo-Yo would be move it with Iron Fist turn 2. Okay, so it goes up to 3 power. And then turn 3, you would have to play Doctor Strange. So now it goes up to 4 power. Turn 4, you wouldn't be able to move it. You would have to play Cloak and Kraven. So you would move it on turn 5. And then after that, and obviously I could be missing something here, but I think that we're in the right. Well, I'm also not. Wow, I'm not even counting all the other cards that we've talked about, like Toad and stuff. Sheesh. Yo-Yo's gonna be dope. Like, so much fun. I am so ready for my brain to hurt at all the math that I have to do for move decks. Absolutely insane. I'm ready for Yo-Yo. I think Yo-Yo is gonna be super dope. Absolutely cannot wait to play it. Gonna be a sick one. I know, I don't know if I've talked about this card in videos or just in streams before. But this is a move video. We're talking about all the unreleased move cards, even if I've mentioned them before. We got Silk. When anyone plays a card here, move this to another location. That's nasty. Obviously, you have a you have a 60% chance to, or 50. You would have a 50-50 chance of which location you would move to. I don't know why I went to 60. You have Silk stay in the middle, and you play something, either goes to the left or to the right. And that's so cool. Like, it's so cool. Silk is going to be such a sick card. It is random RNG, and that's why it has that 2/5, because think about it. It could move to bar with no name. You could end up being in trouble. Or, I mean, gosh, you could play Heimdall on the Silk location, and it would move, and then it can move again. So it can move to the middle when you play that card, and then it can move again. Whew, oh my goodness gracious. 2/5 is also a 6 stat line for it. So, like, Silk is going to be just money. Absolute money. Cannot wait for Silk. I think Silk is going to be a must in almost all of them. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt. I think Ghost Spider is going to be the pass card, but I wouldn't doubt that Silk could be up there as well. When anyone plays a card here, move this to another location. That's so sick. Because people wouldn't want to move it, because you could hit, like, Kraven could get absolutely massive. Kraven is going to be a new win condition. Kraven's already a win condition in move decks because you can get Kraven pretty big. But my goodness, are you going to be able to get Kraven huge with all these new cards? Like, move is going to be really good. Now, it does get affected by locations more than anything else. You throw down Fisk Tower, you're in trouble. You got to have Storm in your deck, or you got to have Scarlet Witch. I would say Storm is better for the shutdown potential. But man, Move is going to do big things, and I cannot wait. And then lastly, we've got Ghost Spider. Now, Ghost Spider has an insane number of variants in the game already that they've mined. Like, obviously, we've got this one, which is just freaking insane. So that's why I think Ghost Spider might be the pass card. On reveal, move the last card you played here. Here's how you have to be careful reading this. So if we look at Toad, remember, Toad was move the last card you played to this location. This says move the last card you played here, not move the last card you played, comma, here. So you're not moving the last card here to Ghost Spider's location. You're moving the last card that you played at the location you're playing Ghost Spider. So say you play Human Torch turn 1, then you play Ghost Spider on that same location, it's going to move Human Torch to another location. But it doesn't say that it's going to move to a random location. Like, we don't really know what direction it would go. So there is still going to be a lot of RNG in Move decks. Just like you look at decks like Discard. If Discard wasn't super RNG heavy, it would be extremely overpowered with the size that you can get Apocalypse, and with just the raw power that a lot of the Discard cards have with the 3/6, the 4/6, the 1/3, like all those big power things, but there's that negative RNG with it. So things like Ghost Spider, move the last card you played here to random locations, like you don't know where it's going to go. So it could end up messing you up. It could end up filling up a location that you don't want to fill it up. Now, obviously, if you're a good player, you would know, like, all right, maybe I don't play Ghost Spider here. But I feel like Move is going to have so much more potential, and I'm so happy that they're showing it some love, because Move has needed love. Move has needed some love. But yeah, y'all, that's going to do it for all of these Move cards. I'm so ready. I'm so stoked. Hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, thank you so much for understanding my absence with streams and videos for the most part. Having a newborn and everything is crazy. My little baby girl is very sweet. Not sleeping too much, but that's typical. So we're figuring it out. Man, we're figuring it out. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the love. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Peace out.